Good morning, Top Fan Rivalry followers. It is a beautiful day here, live and direct in H-Town, home of the two-time World Series champion Houston Astros. I, of course, am your big homie, Big Dave. That is Baseball Bill. So that only means one thing, that this is another episode of Can of Corn. That's right, Top Fan Rivalries flagship show. I'll say it because it's my show. So any other hosts out there, you can fight me for it. Anyway, Bill, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing excellent, my friend. This is the host of the show, the eight-time World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers. So just in case we're playing numbers here, it's two versus eight, whatever.
Yeah, and the problem is though that Bill doesn't get to pay for all those championships until like I don't know 2167 or something. So that's anyway.
2169.
Yeah, that's
2169, Dave. Come on
That's
now.
for another story. Everybody, thank you for tuning in on Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast at. Go ahead and mash the subscribe button while you're there to keep informed and never miss an episode of Can of Corn, your one-stop shop for all your baseball needs. Nutritiously packed, full of nuggets to help you win your conversation at the water cooler. Today's show is again brought to us by Dunkin' Donuts of Inland Empire. You know you got to stop in there, get your Dunkin' Donuts, get your coffee. I'm a sucker for the Dunkin' Donuts coffee, Bill. I don't know if you've ever had it, but it's absolutely delicious. I also hear old Ruby over there at Ruby's Diner has got some pretty good coffee. Bill can attest to that and the other breakfast. I know Bill's frequenting old Ruby's Diner a lot. Ruby's Diner, another sponsor here of Can of Corn. And also, not to be forgetting, our friends over at Drunken Gentleman Clothing. Go check it out and get you some fine apparel while you watch the show. Bill, we're doing a lot of things over here at Top Fan Rivalry. And one of the things that we are doing, we are teaming up with Mike over at Heads Up Sports Cards, and we're doing the card breaks. I've gotten into a couple of them that I've been able to get the Astros. You got when these go on sale, you got to go quick because your team might go quick. So as soon as you hear about it going on sale, go get it because the last one I went to look, I casually just strolled over there and the Astros were sold out. So, but Bill, I overheard today, a little birdie told me that we've got some new news involving some card breaks here at Top Fan.
We do actually. On Tuesday, I did a live and announced this, and then yesterday it went live at noon. We now have the 27-ounce exclusive card club. What that is for $27, you get in two club breaks, which those aren't to do with Heads Up Sports Cards. Those are just Top Fan Rivalry. So you guarantee your team. So, for example, you're an Astros fan, Dave. If you paid the $27 to be in the club. Both times that we did a card break that was sponsored by Top Fan Rivalry, you would guaranteed to get the Astros. Nobody can get it from you. Um, and then you would get a $5 off coupon every month to use on other breaks or other merchandise or whatever you want. You'd also be in what they call the Hold Club, which means that you would, in essence, it's free shipping, right? We would combine it with another order that you had and or wait till the end of the month and get it out to you. And you also get a 24-hour early access to any of the boxes. So, for example, if you've already got your locked and loaded Astros in your club, and you decided, hey, this box break is pretty awesome. It has a lot of rookies. I want to chase after the Cardinals. You can do that, and you can claim that team before anybody else gets a shot at it. So it's
You
not a
gotta
bad little
love
gig
some
to have.
early access. You heard it here, okay? 27 out club.
27 out
$27
club.
a month. You get two
Mhm.
box breaks.
Two
Brought
boxes.
to you by the folks over at Top Fan Rivalry. That's
Yes,
available
sir.
over at the team store at topfanrivalry.com. And that brings me to a new feature that I like to do here on the show, and that is the item of the show. Okay, each and every item of the show
Item of the
can
show.
be found at the topfanrivalry.com team store. Don't forget to use the discount code Big Dave. Save yourself a little extra money there at checkout. Bill sends me a bill for it, but we just put it on my tab. We don't worry about it. Today's item of the show, we're talking about box breaks. And I mean, look here, team moms, team dads, team grandmas, team grandpas, team aunts and uncles. Little League is upon us. Baseball is back upon us. Perfect time to jump on over to topfanrivalry.com and get you some custom trading cards made. Look at that handsome gentleman there. I tell you what, that is an MVP performance of a baseball card right there, if I do say so. All right. You can jump on over to topfanrivalry.com, fully customizable baseball card. You turn in the specs, you turn in what you want on it. Our designers will put something together. We'll get it back over to you, get it proofed. Once you approve, you can get 25 cards for the low, low price of $30. Okay. That's less than $2 a card, y'all. Do the math. Math's not my favorite subject, but I can confirm that that is less than $2 for each card. What a great gift it would be for Nana or Papa or anybody to see your little slugger or your big slugger like Big Dave here
The Big
in its
Dave.
own baseball card form. Okay, so the item of the day, like I said, go over to topfanrivalry.com, go into the team store, click it. You can enter your information. We'll get it back to you. Use the discount code Big Dave. Get yourself some custom trading cards, and
Now,
you can be the MVP.
now, Dave, I've heard something about this. So I don't know if you know this now, but when you click onto that little button, it will prompt you to upload a photo, and it will also prompt you to write all your messages. So you don't even have to worry about it. You can just finish it all right there. But I heard, I heard a little birdie tell me. In fact, I'm getting a message right now from the Top End Rivalry Sports Desk. Quote, okay. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Dave, they just told me that you have a refractor card too. You may have one of the only ones in existence. Is this true?
Well, I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that I am the first all star of TopFanRivalry.com. So, therefore, I must be the one with the very first refractor card. Looking like a true champion, holding some hardware there. That's right. We got options like this, okay? Now, for something like this, a small extra nominal fee may apply just because there are extra techniques and materials needed for something like this. But just letting you know, you can get whatever you like. There is a multitude of design possibilities. I mean, for every fan I mean, if you're a Padre fan, if you like the Astros, if you like the Astros, look, I mean, we even cater to Mets. Look, there's a Dodger guy in the background. He can't look at the camera or he'll break it, but whatever. Like I said, you can get your own custom card there. Look here. You can't beat it. Like I said, Little League's coming along. I know I'm getting some for my grandson made. These will be a hit, I'm telling you, to give to the whole entire family. And what little kid wouldn't want somebody coming up to them asking for their autograph on their own baseball card? All right.
100%.
Going over to the team store at topfanrivalry.com. Tell them Big Dave sent you. Use discount code Big Dave, save yourself 10%. Get your own custom baseball card.
Sir, yes, sir. Okay, so I
That's
know I gotta
sounds like a
assume that
winner.
I gotta assume you're ready to talk about the Astros and the update. Can you please give us the
Man, look
Astros
here.
update?
The Astros update. We are officially halfway through spring training, Bill. I don't know if you knew that. As the crow flies, as the calendar creeps on upon us. And there's some Astros making some headlines that include a couple of breakout players in the month of March. Okay, Bill, I want to talk. I want to say a name, and I want to see your first response. Forrest Whitley. Okay, the 2016 first round draft pick has had, let's just say, let's be nice and say a lukewarm career thus far. But the kid has had a fantastic spring with an ultra low ERA. No, it's a short test
Sample
pattern,
size.
but it's yeah, small sample size. But you gotta like what you're seeing to see the kid finally come back and lined up to make the opening day roster. Okay, so keep that guy locked in. Another news note, real quick: Jose Altuve, yes, the greatest Astro of all time. At press date, the Astros have still not fully committed to him being a full time left fielder. And likely they will not do that until the full um, 2015 roster has been finalized. Okay, we've got a lot of infield options. If they do decide to move Altuve to the outfield, I still think defensively he's got to be at least top 15 in the league still. I would still say, and not just being a homer. I know he's regressed a little bit. There has been a slight decline, but we've got plenty of options like Mauricio Dubon, Zach DeZenzo, Sugarland's own Shea Whitcomb, and Louis Guillorme, and the recently acquired Brendan Rodgers, who, let's not forget, I mean, he was a first round pick for the Rockies. I think he was the pick right after Bregman. So we've got some talent there if we want to move it. So stay tuned and see where we end up putting Altuve in the outfield. We wouldn't be talking about Altuve in the outfield if the Astros, of course, didn't pull off one of the biggest trades in the offseason, sending Kyle Tucker to the Cubs. One of the things we got back from the Cubs is our brand new toy and immediate top prospect, Cam Smith. Okay. The kid is playing lights out in spring. Again, it's a small sample size, but I mean, he's off to like an 8-13 start with a couple of dingers. Um, do I think he'll make the opening day roster? I don't think so. And to be frank, I wouldn't be mad at it. Okay. Let the kid go to Sugarland. Let him start in Double A for that matter. Let him work his way up a little bit. Let him break his teeth in a little bit. We don't have to bring him up till technically September 2nd. And a little birdie told me if we do wait that long, we get an extra year of team control on a contract for him. So, the business baseball is still a business. The kid's got a bright future, though. Just to have people talking about him breaking camp on the starting roster. So keep an eye out for him. Real quick, Lance McCullers finished up his last batting practice outing and is set to make his spring training start, which would be his first start since the 2022 World Series. So here's to LMC. Let's see if he can get it back. Um, Hayden Wyzinski, that's another guy we got from that Tucker trade. He is set to actually make the starting rotation. He's coming in looking like our fifth starter. And the guy's got enough stuff to get big league outs, which is the name of the game in this. So, it's looking good here where we're at. There's not room to panic yet. Don't break the glass, people. We still play in the AL West. Okay, so that has been your quick Astros update, real quick. Also, Bill, I don't know if you noticed. Did you see? Okay, well, I think I could talk about it here. They leaked the new City Connect logo for the Astros.
I
Okay,
I did
yeah,
see
no,
it, and
it,
it looks
it's
nice.
it's very nice. I could safely say the Astros still are going to have the best City Connect jersey. I mean, I was worried about them doing this like your little cupcake sprinkle jersey. I was really worried that we were going to get something like that. Your little funfetti jersey. That was real cute. I like that. Well, I like that when y'all wear that. It's cute. It's cute. But no, we Astros are still going to hold on to the best City
Guy,
Connect jersey, I think, man. But
this guy.
I would show the picture here, but our legal team has told me that we cannot do that. So go on over to the platform formerly known as Twitter, and you can find it there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, I like that. By the way, that confetti or fetty jersey that you talked about, I believe it got some hardware this last season, did it not?
I look here. You always talking about old stuff, man. We ain't talking about old stuff. Okay, we're talking about new stuff. Some new stuff, like for the people watching us over on YouTube. Thank you. I know you tune in to see my gorgeous face and hear this multitude of knowledge that's come spitting out of my mouth. Yeah, Bill's here, and I'm sorry for that sometimes. But nevertheless, thank you for tuning in on YouTube. Go on and do us a favor. Mash that subscribe button. It's the best way to let us know you like what we're doing. Don't forget to comment if you leave an idea for a show, or if you want to come on the show and tell me that I'm absolutely full of it. Let me know. I'm not scared. I want all the smoke. Bring it, okay? I tell you who don't want the smoke right now, Bill. And that's the New York Yankees. What do you think, Bill? Trouble
I
over there in the Bronx?
I think there's trouble over there in the Bronx. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really do think that there is a lot of trouble over there, and this is why I think there's a lot of trouble there. I like their pitching rotation. They still have some good guys that are in the rotation, but when you're gonna miss Cole over there, remember now it's focused on Carlos Rendon and Max Fried. both lefties, but they have to make some things happen. Now, the young kid, uh, Clark Schmidt, there's going to need to be some things that happen, but it's going to put a lot of pressure on those Yankee lefties, right?
I think you said it there, man. You got some good guys there. Not great. You've got guys that are gonna have to have, if not their best season of work, one of their best seasons of work. They're going to have to put the work in. It's in Freed and Rodon's hands. Like you said, the young guy Schmidt, and the not traded in the offseason, Marcus Stroman, I'm here, I'm not here. You know, who knows where that guy's at? I think he could still bring some stuff, but when you lose, your top two guys, it's tough for any rotation. Let's be honest. I know the kid who they brought up last year, Will Warren. I think he got rocked when they brought him up late last year. I think he's having a decent spring. It's easy to look like you're doing better when you were trash before. So I think the trouble is, though, I mean, they've also got Stanton out, I mean, it's worried now that both elbows are trash. I'm worrying he can't swing a bat. So that's a big bat out of your lineup after already losing Juan Soto. I think Aaron Judge has already proven that he can't handle all the weight on his shoulders by himself. I'm just saying that's what Yankee fans don't at me. Numbers don't lie. Okay, when he had to do it by himself, a little got a little, a little choke in his throat. There is all I'm saying. So um, look here, the real the real situation here is they still play in a very tough division. Okay,
100%.
so
That's
I
the issue right
think
there.
it depends how are these guys able to, like you said, use duct tape and bubble gum and hold this thing together while the bats get, and don't get me wrong, that lineup is still good. Um, but you're talking about losing a top 10 hitter in Stanton. I think it's just got to have to be, do they got it? It's going to, your intestinal fortitude, as they say. Do you got the guts to tough it out? It's going to be a grind this season. How's that going to affect morale? Only time will tell, man. I think Bregman is a huge addition to Boston. I think Boston is going to make some noise this year. I actually have Baltimore is regressing a little bit this season. Tune in though. I hear we've got a prediction show coming up soon, so I'll give you a little bit
Yes,
more on that. But I think there is trouble in the Bronx. So uh, going over to the platform formerly known as Twitter. Follow John Turturro if you want to watch Yankees fans absolutely melt down and spiral. It's great. So, Yankee
Dave,
fans,
before
you
we
got
go any further, because I
long
know
season.
we're a little bit past halfway through the show here. Again, we America runs on Duncan, so does the Inland Empire. They run on Duncan. Locations: Colton, the airport in Ontario, a second Colton location, Upland, Rancho Cucamonga, and Fontana. So we're grateful for them. We're grateful for Drunken Gentleman Clothing Apparel. We're grateful for Ruby's Diner in Laguna Beach. Dave, you know Ned. You've met Ned. Ned runs that place over there, man. He does such a great job over there. Carrie and Amber and I were over there this last weekend. It's great. Good
Hey,
burgers,
look,
good fries, good everything.
I heard the breakfast is out of this world as well. Get you
Yep.
some, get you some grits, get you some bacon and eggs. You know,
Good.
sure to make any man's stomach happy or woman there.
Happy, happy. Right?
Happy, happy. Look here, real quick. I mentioned earlier, going over to topfanrivalry.com at the team store. You can use discount code Big Dave. Save yourself on a plethora. Yes, I said a plethora of items. You can get your corny hat. You can get your dugout mugs. I mentioned earlier, you can get your custom team cards. You can get t-shirts like this glorious Top Fan and baseball t-shirt. We got the brand new collegiate crew necks over there. We got stadium bags that fit all of the stadium's bag requirements. I also saw an 85 autographed Pete Rose over there, Pete Rose
Yeah.
card over there. So you can get your memorabilia. Going over to topfanrivalry.com, go to the team store, use the discount code Big Dave, save yourself some dough.
Nice. I like it, like it, like it. So what's on deck here, Dave? I got a question for you.
Okay.
Jap the Japanese series, like it or hate it?
Well, that's a two-sided coin. as I sit on this side in glorious Houston, Texas, where we're not having to do it, where we're not having to send our entire staff halfway across the world to practice. You're gonna have to practice over there too, play the games. It's gonna be a media circus. Guys are gonna be interviewed, and there's translators involved and everything. It seems like a whole big hoopla. Look here, Japan's passion for baseball is undeniable, and the country's connection to the MLB is historic. Okay, I mean Babe Ruth did the barnstorming tours over in the 30s. I mean, uh, the Japanese player effect in the game is undeniable. Yu Darvish, Kenta, Kikuchi, Hideo. I mean Hideo Nomo of Dodger fame. You know, going to greats, and I mean, let's just say less Ichiro Suzuki. Okay, but for the MLB, playing the season opener to Japan isn't about just honoring that connection. It's about expanding the game's global footprint,
Yeah.
you know. And this year's series, you've got two teams that are really bringing something extra to the game. You know, the Dodgers got Shohei and Yama, and that kid Suzuki is going to be outstanding out there, and Shota. So that you've got your couple of homegrown players that the fans are going to go nuts for, but I don't know, Bill. I think you're probably on the side like me. How do you like having your whole team getting disrupted this way at the beginning of the season? And this is a pivotal season for y'all. Y'all spent a lot of money in the offseason to defend that title.
So, Dave, to me, it like you say, it's a double-sided coin. I love the fact that we're going international. Don't get me wrong. I love that. Capital L and every other letter in between. Where I don't like it is on Tuesday of this week was the last spring training game in Arizona. Now, you guys still have spring training games down in Florida. Our boys had to pack up after Tuesday's game, fly over there. Now, Thursday, the Cubs and the Dodgers play a prospects game in Arizona, but that's a prospects game. And then on Saturday, um, 3 o'clock local time, Pacific time, the Dodgers have kind of a split squad game. They play two games that day on Saturday, rest up Sunday and Monday, and then they start the season Tuesday and Wednesday. What I don't like about it is we've cut spring training short. Here's the other thing I don't like about it, Dave. And tell me if this I'm going to put this in Astros speak. So imagine if you were flying across the world to play in Japan. You guys were playing, I don't know, the Orioles, right? Not a rival team, but definitely one of the OGs, so to speak. You fly over there, you play two preseason games over there, and then you play two games for real. Then you fly home on Wednesday night, and you have Thursday and Friday and Saturday off, but then you play Sunday, Monday, Tuesday against the Rangers, and it doesn't count. Like it's just exhibition, and then you start again on that following Thursday. Tell me what you're thinking.
It's just weird. I mean, so the Tokyo games count. They're
Yeah.
official opening day game. Well, the opening day game. The
Yes. Yeah.
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 So it's scheduling wise, it just seems like I don't know why would anybody do that. Um, like I said, if it was my team, I'd be irate. You're disrupting. Baseball players are some fickle sorts, and they're real about their repetition and their routine, and and this isn't just. It'd be different even if it was just a cross country trip. If it was LA to New York, that's one thing. This is to Japan. You know, that's a long flight. You've got athletes involved and long flights and your blood clots and who knows what else. But it just seems like while I agree with you, global. I mean, we want to make this game bigger, bigger and bigger, and more fans. But for your own team, I don't know. I wouldn't like it. And then, like you said, you come back and you play more games that don't mean nothing. So how are you supposed to get up for the season, travel back, and then okay, this is more like a scrimmage, and then get up again? You know,
So
it's
I'm
like
gonna
two
make it
first
even.
days of school. Like, come
I'm
on.
gonna exactly. It's like starting on Thursday and then having Friday off. or starting on Friday, and then you have the weekend. So, Dave, I'm going to make it even worse for you. And this is 100% true. Imagine if it were the Astros. Okay. So you played the Orioles on a Tuesday and Wednesday in Japan, then had to fly home. And then the following, and so you played Tuesday, Wednesday. You had Thursday, Friday, Saturday off. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you played the Rangers. That didn't count. Okay. Then you started at home on Thursday. You played Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. Then you had Sunday off again. And you play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you have Thursday off. Now, to add fuel to that fire, imagine if you were playing three teams in that span that all made the playoffs last season.
Look, I say, first of all, I'm glad it is not the Astros doing this, and it couldn't have happened to a finer team.
Hey,
Um,
hey,
Look here,
hey.
you want to earn it, you want to go back to back, you got to earn it. To be the man, you got to beat the man, and you guys are the man right now. So suck it up, Buttercup.
Oh,
Enjoy
too
the flight.
funny.
Get on over there. Get you some sake bombs. Come on back. Get your afternoon scrimmage over and do it all over again. And I hope you go 0 and 12. Huh.
Hey, listen, I love it as a global thing. I I hate the scheduling of it.
Yeah,
Is
no,
that fair enough to
like I
say?
said, if it were my team, I would absolutely. It's like the World Baseball Classic. I don't like things that interrupt the routine. Okay, just proof is in the pudding. That's how mistakes happen, injuries happen. That's how slumps happen. The worst thing you want to do, if as a defending champ, is start off slow, especially in that media market.
100%. It just drives me it drives me crazy, Dave.
I
It
don't know.
just
Some
does.
would say that the Japan or the international series are overrated. All I'm saying, I don't know. All right. Speaking of overrated, all right, we did our little my Astros recap that you know you're going to get here at Can of Corn just because, well, it's
Why
my
not?
show. And that's what we do. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We talked about the possible meltdown in the Bronx. We talked about the opening day series in Japan. Bill, off the record here, okay? This
Mhm.
is where we go. Let me pull the mic a little bit closer here because I don't want too many
Yeah, we
people
don't
to
want
hear.
to.
Yeah, this is just between me and you, Bill.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right,
just
act
keep
like
it.
nobody else
But
is here. All
nobody
right.
listening.
Going into the 2025 season, who is your most underrated and overrated players going into the season? Now, this is up for your own definition of underrated and overrated. But as we sit here, just about finished up with spring training. You guys are on a slow boat to Japan to get ready to open the series up. Who in this season is most underrated and overrated?
So it's funny that you asked this question, because a lot of there's a lot of good answers to this. Um, I actually think, believe it or not, I actually think that just based on spring, just based on spring and what I know they can do, that Brady might be a little underrated. I would not have said that at the beginning of this of spring training, especially when it took him so long to sign. But some of the things that I'm hearing about how he rides on the bus with the prospects because they dared him to, and he's hitting well. I also think that people underestimate Bobby Witt Jr. I'm telling you, this guy is an MVP every season. If it wasn't for the guy that wears number 99 in the Bronx, every season. Um, so there's probably a couple ones that are underrated.
I got one under who I think is doesn't get the flowers he deserves. I
Go.
think he is relatively ignored due to his generic sounding name, which coincidentally he shares with two other players.
Okay.
When you're the third guy named Luis Garcia Jr., you're gonna get a little shade. But the Washington Nationals second baseman, I think he's now one of the longest tenured Nationals that's left.
Yeah,
With the departures of Rainey and Patrick Corbin. Those were all that was left from the championship season. He
yeah.
now becomes the old guard there. Competing in that NL East is going to be tough this year, but I think that Washington has a young core, and Garcia is a key piece of this puzzle. He's improved his defense, he's improved his hitting. He still suffers from a lack of power, but he's young. I mean, let's get some weights on him. But I think that even when you're that young, there's no way else to go but up. And I
But
love to see these young teams that are just energetic and they're out there. They're almost like a college team when you see the Nationals play. They're happy to be out there balling.
100%. You know who else? You mentioned a generic name. You know who else I think gets overlooked quite a bit is the Dodgers catcher, Will Smith. And the reason why I say that is because every time I talk about catchers in the National League to anybody, the first name that comes off of their tongue is JT Realmuto. I get it. JT's a good catcher. But when you also play on a team, ain't nobody saying Will Smith and the Dodgers are coming to town. They're saying Shohei, Mookie, Freddie. When you play on a team that has those type of superstars, you oftentimes get overlooked.
Yeah,
He's a great
no,
catcher.
no, yeah, and I don't think underrated is necessarily a good word, but just to keep it here home a little bit, I don't think Christian Walker has gotten the due he has deserved. This guy is an absolute stud, and
Yes.
maybe playing over there in the desert, you don't hear about him as much. Um, you know, what I've seen from this guy so far is outstanding. He had that little oblique thing, which was just a scare. Thank God they were being just preventative on that. He played 2 days after that, so like to see what I'm going there. Now, as far as overrated, there's a
Hmm.
lot of names that can go on this list for
Hmm.
several reasons. Okay, I factored a couple of things into my reasoning on this. One was what you're being paid, the
Hmm.
position you play at, and your overall impact to your team. And right now, in past years, Chris Bryant would have been the top of my list as the absolute worst third baseman in baseball, just because I hate Mrs. Bryant's baby boy. But he's fallen off the map so far that he's not even in this conversation. And quick to take over that as the worst third baseman in baseball, Manny Machado, you're up. Look here, guy. Um, he's got this outrageous salary that's not even kicking in for like 2 years. So this is going to be a slow bleed for the
Yeah.
Padres. But I think the regression is imminent. I mean, we have seen it already. The days of him being one of the best third basemen in the MLB is long gone. He's fallen off defensively. He struggled at the plate. I think where he started reading some of his own press clippings and got the big head, got the big paycheck, and he just flat out hasn't produced. I mean, to me, that's overrated.
100%. I agree with you on that one. Can we add another one in there?
Let's do it.
What's the other team in your state? Not the Astros. What's the other one?
The Rangers of South Oklahoma.
South Oklahoma. How about Jacob deGrom?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I hate to say this, guys, but that was a terrible contract to not insure. And you're looking at it in baseball, Dave, and you agree with this. In baseball, there's this kind of what you've done in the past gives you a leg up. So it doesn't matter how hurt Mike Trout is, right? If I'm on the bump and I've got first and second with one out and I look on deck and I see Mike Trout over there, doesn't matter how hurt he is. I know that he can hit a three-run Jimmy Jack. So I've got to get the guy out in front of me or try to at least get a ground ball double play. Jacob deGrom is that same type of pitcher. People are looking at him going, man, he's amazing. No, he's not. He's 36 years old.
No,
And no, it's just, yeah. Sorry,
no,
Jacob. Don't
the,
at me.
yeah, no,
Um,
the luster has worn off there. Okay. Also see Randy Rosarina. This was a guy who just absolutely was lights out playing against us in the World Series. Uh, and since then has been on every milk carton south of the Mason Dixon line. So um,
yeah,
come
yeah.
on down, Mr. Overrated. Look here. We've talked about the Astros. We talked about the Bronx Bummers. We talked about the Tokyo series. We went off the record, talked overrated, underrated. At the end of this, I'm gonna give this show a big fat A+ bill because it's always a pleasure tuning in with you to talk about this great American pastime that we love.
Dave,
It's almost time, Bill.
I absolutely look forward to these shows every other Thursday. Your flair for it, what you do, and for those of you that don't know, Dave, he goes by Big Dave down. People know him. He when he shows up at a place in Houston, Texas, there are lines. This guy's been known to go through 15, 20, 30 Sharpies just going to breakfast at Del Sol. I mean, it is insane. This guy is amazing. He's got his knowledge for the Astros. He's got his knowledge for the game, and it's an absolute honor for Top Fan Rivalry to be able to do a show with them every
Hey
other week.
man,
It's a
it
great
is
time.
my honor as the people's champ. You know, I'm often imitated, never duplicated, the man of the hour, the man of the power, too sweet to be sour. And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Bill, it's been great. People, we will see you again. Same bat time, same bat channel. Take a sniff. You can smell the fresh cut grass. Baseball is almost here, people. Get ready. You're going to have a wonderful time with us here all season at Can of Corn. That, of course, is Bill. I am Big Dave. Tune in next time. And as always, go Stros.